The eThekwini Municipality is set to implement new water restrictions in the metro from next week. This will impact supplies to all consumers, even though some residents have already been grappling with water shortages. Newzroom Afrika's Phila Duma spoke to Verulam's Water Crisis Committee.
We've been struggling as a community for almost 2 years without a regular supply of water. And we've just managed in the past 3 weeks to have water restored to our towns and our suburbs. And then a week later to be confronted with the news that water would now be curtailed from the 10th of October to the entire city. It's going to be devastating.
Why do you think the city is failing, Roshan?
Well, talk about 7 years of no infrastructure maintenance. Talk about the fact that tenders were more important than service delivery. Talk about the fact that inefficiency is the daily swear word in eThekwini. That's the reason we are in the situation. You had a multi-billion rand budget that was designated for infrastructure maintenance that went unspent for years, and nobody questioned this. That's the reason the city is suffering, and the ratepayers that paid these monies are now the beneficiaries of the suffering.
But do you think with these developments there could be light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, I doubt, because at the moment all they're talking about is reducing the water supply to the city. But they are not talking about addressing the key problem. One is there's major leaks throughout the city. There's aging infrastructure, and that needs to be urgently attended to. You find that you report a leak in a suburb that gets only repaired after 3 weeks. Now, if that's the attitude of the city in regards to responding to leaks, and that's just maybe outside your property, or maybe on a road verge, or maybe a reservoir that's leaking that needs to be repaired, and you find that they don't have the efficiency to respond to this. The other problem is that plumbers that are coming out there are probably not certified to even do the type of repairs required by a municipality, and yet they are given the work to do. You find a leak repaired only for it to spring up again 2 days later after the road has been repaired, and there goes water loss again. So water loss is a key problem in eThekwini that needs to be stemmed.
And also, the eThekwini Municipality Mayor, along with the Utugela Water Board tomorrow, will be having a media briefing on the water curtailment, development. What are you looking forward to? What are you hoping is going to come out of that briefing?
Well, they're basically going to rubber stamp what the Department of Water and Sanitation has already told them, that Umgeni Utukela can no longer abstract more water, raw water, than they have been at the moment, and eThekwini cannot get further increases in water because they are not stemming the leaks and the non-revenue water. So they're basically going to regurgitate what we already know. This reduction is to force the eThekwini municipality to now take action. They've not been doing anything. But the sad reality is that the consumer, the ratepayer who's been paying, is going to bear the brunt of this. The officials who have caused this continue to earn their salaries. When is government going to take action against those officials? Because that is what the community is asking for. We must suffer with the curtailments. And, if you look at us in the north of Durban, without having water for almost 2 years, this reduction would mean reservoirs in the north will struggle to get water. It means us going back into the days of the crisis.